Okay, everybody, I'm so excited today because I am joined by the one and only Frank Grillo, aka Doc and Little Dixie, which is in theaters and on demand now. How you doing today, Frank?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm so excited to talk to you. I absolutely love this film. Excited for people to see it. As we see in the trailer, you get to wield a freaking chainsaw at one point. Having done so many action films, is that the type of stuff that like keeps it fun for you? Is that like what makes you want to sign up for something like this?
Yeah, I mean, well, John Swab, him and I are at this point. I think we have our own company with Jeremy Rosen. I mean, we're a team. But look, I live in this world of lower budget action thrillers in the genre world, and yeah, anytime there's a chainsaw and somebody's head, I'm in, man.
Oh, hell yeah. And that translates to the audience because they see Frank Grillo chainsaw, I'm in. So that's great. So I also like in this film, we can actually see your tattoos in the film. Do most of your recent parts allow for this? And is it a pain when you have to cover them?
Oh, that's a great question. Most because they're not proprietary. I got most of them in Thailand and other parts of Asia. I don't have a problem, but sometimes I do have to cover them because it's just not part of the character, and it's a pain in the ass because they're done tap and they're black, and it's not easy to cover these things, and so it's a pain in the ass. But I always try to work in the tattoos.
Yeah, no, that's smart. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, that gives relief if people want to act with tattoos. And
Yeah.
do you stay the same course like your process as an actor, or do you try different approaches on different projects? Like, is there just
Yeah,
like a book for Frank here?
brother, that's the first time anyone's asked me that question. I swear to God, that's a great question.
Really?
Yeah, man, because I listen to actors talk. By the way, there's nothing more boring than listening to an actor talk. But I kind of look. I know how to act. I know how to act, right? So I approach everything with a little bit of a different flair, like depending on how I feel. And sometimes I fall flat on my face, but sometimes I make some great discoveries. And I think that's what it should be about. And this is no different. With Doc, I had to be really far more reserved and quiet, internal. And I was almost, even though it's the lead of the movie's told through Doc, I almost felt like I was the third lead behind Eric Dane and Annabeth Gish, and I had to
Okay.
come from out of the shadows, and it was very interesting. I loved playing a guy because my favorite actors like Charles Bronson and McQueen, and they like to take the dialogue out, and this was a guy who didn't say much, and it was fantastic.
Do you feel like, or did you have any knowledge that was this role specifically written with you in mind of Doc?
It was John called me and said, "I got one. I just wrote one. I finished. It's. I wrote it with you. This guy is you. Tell me what you think." And I said, before he even got off the phone, I said, "Well, here's first. I'm doing it. We're doing it, and I'll read it and get back to you." And I
Oh,
have to
I
tell
love
you,
that.
with John, unlike most other people, this is also true of Joe Carnahan. Uh, I didn't make many changes, man. Like the script was great, the words are great. I love saying his words. I don't need to invent anything, and that's just a relief.
Yeah, and that's cool. You do a great job with it in this one. And what do you want the audience to be feeling when they watch a film like this?
I want them to feel kind of screwed up. I want them to feel maybe that whether they don't like it or like it. I want them to feel like they were on a roller coaster and they feel a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I think they will. So no worries there. And also, what I love too about you is you are a guy, you train like intense, stay active, you're a healthy dude. Does this mean the plan for you is to act forever? Is that a part of this? Like, are you planning to go whole way?
I'd like to think. I have some great friends in guys like Liam Neeson and Stallone, who I've become friends with over the years, and Mel Gibson, and these guys like Liam Neeson, 70 years old, and he's still kicking ass. Stallone, 75. He's having a resurgence with Tulsa Kings, and I'm like, now these guys were superstars. I'm not at that. I never have been at that level, but if in my world people still come to me and they're interested, I don't see why I should stop. I mean, I still train. I'm as fit as I was when I was 30, and I recently stopped drinking about 41 days ago, and
Oh,
I have a
congrats.
whole new kind of perspective on my life and my health, and I feel like I got a whole kind of second wind.
Oh, that's amazing to hear. And yeah, we're never gonna get sick of Frank Grillo. We want more and more. So keep it coming, man. Watch Frank kill it in Little Dixie in theaters and on demand now. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to talk to you in the future one day, man.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate you.